Okay. First of all, I'd just like to apologize to all our Ram fans that came out to support us today. It was an embarrassment, for our football team. We're not very good right now. That's the bottom line. We're not very good. We got to figure out some things to do over this next bye week. I think it's coming at the right time, and we got to get some guys on the field that do what they're coached to do. We got to coach better, and all that starts with me as the head coach. And it was embarrassment today for everybody out there that is a Ram fan and a supporter. All I can say is we're going to, go back to work, and that probably falls on deaf ears, but we got to handle ourselves in that room and figure out what we can do to put ourselves in a position to compete. And there's a lot of football left to play. Everybody's going to look at our record, which is 1-4. But the only thing matters next week is getting better, competing, and figure out how to compete on the road at San Jose. Questions?
Mike, is this the type of performance that's a back to square one type of thing for you?
Yeah, I just told our team, I said, we're not very good. We're not as good as we think we are. Next week's a bye week, and the only thing I'm concerned about is us, not even our opponent. We're going to figure out what we can do in all three phases, and then we're going to get the right guys on the field. We got to coach better too. We got to coach better, and that starts with me as the head coach. We got to get guys doing the right thing. Too many times we're not tied together, which I've been saying all year. Too many times we can't get lined up on defense. We're missing tackles. Football is blocking, tackling, throwing, and catching. And we're not very good at any of that right now.
Mike, what were you looking for from Colin that you weren't seeing from KJ today?
Well, we scored the touchdown there. No, the second half right there. We had that drive. We ran a double move with BC after we scored the one touchdown. And then, we just had some guys open that we missed. And, both of them deserved to play going into this week. They both had good practices. We told them both were going to play. Colin's plan was third or fourth series in the first half. And in the second half, I just wanted to make a change. KJ wasn't playing bad, but we missed some receivers there on that drive when we had it in plus territory there that, could have got the game closer and gave us a little bit of energy. And, I decided to make a change. And both of them did some good things. Both of them did some bad things. And we got to have guys help them make catches. There'll be competition at that position. There's going to be competition at every position, and we'll figure out who's going to start going forward.
From your vantage point, it was just the line of scrimmage seemed to be a problem for you either side of the ball, and how much of a surprise was that for you?
Well, I knew we were going to have an issue. I was worried all week about their offense, their big line of scrimmage, their two-back stuff that they did, the power, the stretch, and we did not do a good job of setting the edge on defensively. They got outside on some stretch plays. We didn't fit the power very well. And then breaking out of their huddle with the quick huddle got us several times not getting lined up. So it's, when you got a two-back offense and you get out in 11 personnel too, it causes some problems for defensively. And we didn't fit some runs right. Our offensive line in the first half, I thought we, didn't do a great job. I got to go back and look at the film. I thought we did a better job in the second half of controlling the line of scrimmage. We just didn't make enough plays when we had the opportunity. We got some two-back sets and was able to run the ball, which was good. And we still got to be able to throw and catch, and we didn't do a good job of that today. I don't know their numbers. We're 15 of 27, which is a little bit over 9 of 17. We're not efficient enough throwing the ball. And some of that's protection, some of that's dropping balls, some of that's the quarterback not going to the right place or missing guys, which you're going to miss guys when you throw the ball. But, we're not tied together offensively. Defense, we got some issues, but offensively we're not helping the defense at all. And we're special teams. We did a good job in kickoff return today, but not really getting a spark from that area either.
Specifically on defense, what do you think the focus is going to be over the next couple of
Tackling. Missed too many tackles. It was evident we had guys in position to make a tackle sometimes, and we got to make the tackle, and we did not do that. Their player was better than our player in those situations.
Mike, where does this rank among games you've been involved in as far as just disappointment?
Well,
for you as a coach?
it's a big disappointment. I really felt good about this week, the way we practiced, and to come out and play the way we did is a disappointment. And we got to go back. Somebody said it. We got to go back to square one, and find our identity. We do not have an identity as a football team, and that. We've had one the last 3 years, identity of what we are, and we don't have it as a football team right now.
Coach, you were able to get that early lead. Was there a particular point in the game where you felt like the momentum swung toward Illinois State to stay?
Well, I thought, the first half, our inability to stop the run, and then on third down, make any plays. We had some coverage, and we didn't do a good job of getting color on color, and that's, when I say that, getting close to the defenders. We had no pass rush, and then offense after that one touchdown, we went the other way. I mean, it was like 3 yards per play offensively in the first half, which, you've got to be able to extend some drives and help your defense. And defense, did have trouble controlling the line of scrimmage, and felt like they had the momentum going into half, but you got 30 minutes left to play, come out and score a touchdown. And then couldn't finish some drives, and then they had some big plays, the 3rd and 19, and some other explosive runs that hurt us.
After the Arkansas game, a lot of players were saying that week of practice was a different week of practice. You said it. Other guys said it. Have you noticed the same practice, or is it just games? Or is
no,
I've
what I told them today. Since the CU game, I've really been proud of how they've practiced and how they've worked. I felt like we were in a good place. And we came out today, and we didn't make enough plays. You got to give that team credit. They made the plays. They broke tackles. They finished runs. They handled the line of scrimmage. And we didn't make enough plays on either side of the ball to put ourselves in position to win that game. I thought the fight was there in the second half from our football team, but we couldn't finish a drive on offense to put some pressure on them. And, they had the big plays on their offense with the runs.
Mike, do you think a lot of these struggles boil down to both the offensive and defensive lines? The offensive line seems to be a weakness on the offensive side. Defensively, they had 0 sacks, 1 tackle for a loss today.
Yeah, we're not doing a great job, really, in all areas. I mean, we can sit here and point and say, hey, it's the offensive line's fault. It's my responsibility. We got to figure out what we can do. And we can do some stuff to help our guys, and we're gonna go to square one and figure that out. I mean, you can say offensive and defensive line, but we had safeties miss tackles, we had corners miss tackles. Offensively, we got guys open and we don't hit them. And I didn't think they did anything super special on their defensive front. We just made some bad decisions up there at all areas. And I got to look at the tape, to be honest. We're not very good in any area, just to be totally honest.